Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that? Like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get. Too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
What down? You ready?
Here we go, here we go.
All day, baby, all day, all day, all day.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Slam, slam, slam.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Down. 180. We go. Watch the ship. Hey.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Express.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Kill. Check safety. Showing it. He's coming.
One.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're good. 180.
Now Carr. They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Tight dog.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Right there, 56. Check.
Green, come with me.
Check, check, check. Kill. 49, check.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check.
The first down throw for Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Jones hit in the ball zone.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ready? Flag, come to that.
Check back.
Green, come with me.
From the red zone now, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Raiders nothing. Bradley Pinion set to
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Buccaneers' 37-yard line.
Let's go. Later one. Hey, 7:34.
Hey, Delta. 6-6.
Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mike 20. You run. Express. Mike 20. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And Callaway taking it in left side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
4 down. Check. Say. Keep bringing it. Stay in there.
1st down, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. A good pickup there at 22.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Come on out here. Come get some.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Carr now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From midfield, here's Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. The end result, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Go, go. Express.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Blue draw corpus.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Easy, kill, kill.
Son, I'm coming for you, son.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He's got it open. Then he completes it to Callaway. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Express.
Mike 20, Mike
93. 93.
From the gun, Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Switch, switch, switch. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch. There go Mike 20, Mike 20.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the 1st half as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
65, 65. Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Final play of the half here. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Jameis to throw it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready? 25. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And Brate has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Let's go, let's go. Check three. He's checking. Crash, check.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Jam. Check 26.
Jacobs now. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch 88. Express. You're mine. Hey, wahoo! Mike 20.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check. Smooth.
To throw again, Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now, 694. We got to step it up. There we go, Mike 20. Hey, high 7. Mike 20.
Again, it's Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Kill. Hey, exit. Come on. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm coming.
Carr to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Ready. Blue ready. Come on, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. The left side completion to Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
lady. Blue lady. Check. Wait. You can't block me. You can't block me. Here we go.
On second down now, it's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Don't get nervous. Check 52. Switch. Out. Here we go.
Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Carl trying again on second down. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they can't bring him down.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing his car on third down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And they try to sweep to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. This is Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Gay's kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They run it with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Carr now on first down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bucs, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in it. Finish 'em. Mess around with me and I diminish 'em all. Even if I ever did the minimum all.